Today we are in Pulau Melaka, Malaka Island, which I didn't even know existed. It's just like a half a kilometer away from the main town, and it's like a small bridge to drive over. My taxi driver yesterday told me to come here. He said you could see a nice sunset here. He said it'd be worth a visit, but then he also said, like, you want me to take you? So I didn't know if he was just trying to get some more business, but decided to come anyways, you know? I mean, hey, a little island that's easily accessible, and maybe I can see a good sunset, right? So I'm here. It looks absolutely deserted. Deserted. But the spots up ahead are a little bit more like tourist centric, and there's also a mosque here which looks pretty nice, and so I assume that's where the crowds are going to be, if any. We drove by there and there was like some more people, so I know for sure it's not completely empty, but it is a weird feeling out here. It's like everything's just a little bit desolate and like quiet. I don't actually know if anybody lives over here, if there's like residencies on this little place and like shops. I don't really know. I know it was built for tourism. It was built and it was supposed to be a much bigger project with like several islands, and it just yeah, it was dissolved, you know, didn't happen. You know, it almost looks like there's like places to live there, and you know, there's like a kids playground stuff, so I'd imagine if there's anyone living here. You see, it says tourists are not allowed here, thank you. Yeah, I feel like if any people live here, they live there. But I'm not sure. I have no idea. From the little bit of research I did, it did say that it was supposed to be a residential and commercial place. So they at least intended for people to live here initially. Some, at least, I'd imagine. I mean, we have tour buses rolling up. We'll see. Okay, we're getting like a little bit more toward where there are some people and where the mosque is over there. So we'll see what's open and what we can access. I don't think there's like a proper beach by any means down here. I know Malacca does have like 2 beaches. I think, what are they called? Klebangs. So one starts with a K. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that, folks. With durian ice cream, that could be good. Huh. Okay, so here's where we see the people. I assume I can't just walk right in there because it looks like people are waiting. Dress code for visitors, and I'm wearing shorts. I don't know if that's an issue. I assume I just would have to wear the thing, you know? It would be nice to be able to get in there and see the mosque. I don't know what I have to do. I don't really feel like doing it, folks. I feel like I kind of want to just walk in there and see it, but especially from the outside, I shouldn't. I mean, shorts won't matter to see it from the outside, anyways. Can I do? Hi. What do I have to do? Do I have to wait in line?
Wait, you queue here.
Queue here. Okay.
Then the rest, you must follow the proper attire here.
Okay. But what if I'm not going inside? I should just stay outside.
You must follow.
Must wear. Okay. Okay. No problem. All right. Thank you. Okay. So I must queue up here to wear the, you know, the robe. Whether or not I'm going inside the mosque or not. But let's just walk around a little bit first. Come back here and let's see if the queue dies down a little bit. Maybe like a tour bus full of people just arrived, you know, and now there's many people. So I just want to walk around a little bit since I just came here in an Uber, actually. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's very monotone. I'll say that much. You know, not like too much design going on. But yeah, I don't know if there's any like beach area that I can go onto the sand. I'm really not sure. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try. The taxi driver said he didn't know. You know, I'd assume it's like people don't come out here very often. I'd assume people who live in Melaka very rarely are coming here. Assume even the taxi drivers are, you know, not too often coming out here. Let's see, we can go over to the water here. Just go past the little shopping carts. Hi.
You need to pay for entrance.
Ah, pay for entrance. Is it just like a viewpoint or what is it exactly?
Like this, you can see the photo here.
Ah, okay. Ah, it's like, okay. How much is it?
5 ringgit per person.
5 ringgit? Okay. All right, 5 ringgit. No problem. Sorry, I only have 50. Do you have change for 50? Okay.
We close at 7:30 here.
7:30? Okay, what time is it?
So you can get one
Thank
drinks
you.
over there.
Okay, thank you. Free drink? Okay. Hey, can I have a bottle of water? Can I have water? Thank you. Okay, well, 5 ringgit to come in here, but you get a free drink, so I get a water anyways. You know, that's fine. Usually this water would be 1 ringgit, so I needed one anyways. I don't know what this is. This is like something you would see in the desert. It's like something you'd see in like Saudi Arabia, to be honest. That's cool. Hey, you can see that's good. We can see the mosque right from over here. It's a great hack. We don't even need to go over there. Although it would be nice to go inside and maybe go all the way through it into the water. Could be interesting. This is a cool spot, actually. This is nice. 5 ringgit, not too bad. I thought she was going to say like 20 ringgit to get in here or something. Yeah, look at this. This is great. It's like a little beach. Nice view of the mosque, too. This is nice. Not bad. Small, but still, it's something. I was afraid that every area near the water was going to be closed off, but it's not. That's good. Yeah, look at this. This is like weird deserted building here, which I don't know what it was intended to be, but you know, obviously now it's quite abandoned. This is cool. Gives you a little bit of an island feeling. Nice to change it up. Malacca still very much is, you know, city-like, so still does feel like I'm in the city, and it's still quite busy in Malacca. It's very busy, so you know, it's more chill than KL, but it's still very traffic heavy. Oh yeah, this is nice. I guess we will probably get quite a good sunset here. The sun is right above the mosque. Not just yet though. You know, the sun is setting really late, and it's only 5:30, so I don't think the sun will actually set for another hour and a half. You see just people taking photos. That's pretty much what it's for. And that's why they charge money to come over here, is they know people are happy to pay for their Instagram photos, right? Nice. You can see a little more like abandonments going on here. Sorry if it's a little bit windy over here. Can't do much by the water. We got the built-in microphone. Some more water here. This water is definitely infested with bacteria. You swim in this water, you know, you're not coming out alive, I would say. It's possible. Accidentally drink a little bit of that water. Not good. Not good. It feels good. It feels good to get some breeze. So yeah, day 3 for me here in Melaka. Been a good stay so far. Still unsure if I'm going to extend my stay or not. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going to decide by tonight. I might go to Johor Bahru. I don't know. I don't know. There's probably a little bit more for me to do in Melaka and see. It's just, I'm finding it is a little bit hard to get around And as per usual, you know, I think it's just going to be that way. Anywhere outside of KL for me, it's like, you know, without a vehicle in Malaysia, it's not going to be easy to get around. I have to accept it. So I'm mostly relying on Grab, you know, walking when possible. But yeah, we'll see. I know there's a cool like observation tower I wouldn't mind checking out. So that's in the plans if I extend, you know. If not, I'll go to Johor Bahru probably for 2 nights. We'll see how it is. Again, I get so many mixed opinions on whether or not I'm going to like it or whether I should visit it. I think it's worth checking out, you know. I mean, it's such a big city, and I feel like it's one of the most major cities here. And it would be cool for me to just go see what it's like and get a good feeling for it, you know. And it's not too far from Malacca. As much as I'd like to go to Singapore after as well, and I want to go to Batam, I just don't know financially if it's going to be like super feasible. So again, I will decide within the next couple days, you know, if it feels like I can afford even 2 nights in Singapore, I will go. But I can't promise anything. I'm not certain. I was already looking at the accommodations and it's absolutely insane. So I'm not sure. That mosque is beautiful. It really is. One of the nicer mosques I've seen in a little while. Or just, it's interesting. Has a different style to it that I like. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Let's explore a little bit more of this island. It's not huge. It's really not like a very big island at all. I was even surprised how small the bridge was when we drove over from like the mainland, you know. I was like, this is not going to be as grand as I imagined it. But I don't even know. Again, I literally just got here and I'm in like one corner of the island. Yeah, let's keep exploring a little bit more. This is a prestigious development by Arab City, Melaka. So I did read something about Arab City. And so I guess that's what it was going to be, or that's what it is. Or Arab City was the project, you know. Let's see, there are some like photos here. Looks like it was going to be accommodations, you know. To me, that's what it looks like. I don't know what else could that be, right? Yeah, surely it was going to be accommodation. Looks like, yep. I don't think that it panned out as they anticipated. You know, now they're just left with like a shell of a building here. Yeah, it really does like scream like, I guess, failed man-made city, man-made island. Failed man-made island. Wow, it's a tongue twister. I don't think you can go inside here. No chance. I mean, no. Interesting. It does look cool. Okay, I guess that's why I thought it looked like Saudi Arabia as well. Not that I've ever been to Saudi Arabia, but you know what I imagine it looks like, or what I think I've seen in photos and vlogs, right? Dubai, you know, I don't know. Arabic style, should I say? I don't know. But yeah, everything is like desolate, deserted. I feel bad for anybody who does live out here on this island. Jesus, what a life that is. I mean, I guess you can just easily drive to, you know, to mainland Malacca. It's not like a huge issue. If anything, maybe, you know, it's a nice thing for people who want to be more isolated. Actually, maybe not that bad, but just the way it looks like, I gotta really show you here. It's just like run down, you know. It's quite run down, streetwise network. So there's like businesses out here. I mean, again, it's so close that you could easily just drive here for like to work. And I mean, you know, you have all these like exposed, just all the stuff exposed here. You know, this is just padlocked. Crazy. It's truly like a ghost island with like some tourists, with like a few buses of tourists coming to one little spot. This looks like a garage, fixed cars. Actually looks like it's active too. Let's see. I feel like I can walk to that side of the island like within like 10 seconds. Welcome to the Malaysian Harbor City Project. Let's see what it says here. The project's located in the Strait of Malacca, adjacent to the newly developing Huanjing Port Project. It'll become one of the landmark buildings of Malacca once complete. I don't think so. I don't think so. Seems like that is just not happening. That was the plan and it's not happening. You know, so that you can see just how small the island actually is. Like, it's not much. But let's just walk down this way. See, there's a cat. I don't know why there is like quite a few cars actually being worked on. There's a little cat there. Just absolutely quiet. Cars being worked on here as well. I don't know why. Maybe it's cheaper. Maybe it's get a good price out here. Drive out to the island. Get your whip worked on. As long as you can make it over that bridge. If the car makes it over the bridge, you get a discount. You know? Let's see. It's a big field. It's like very little going on, but again, I see like some motorbikes and some bikes, so there is like shreds of life. It really is. It is private property, anything past this wall up here, but you can see a little bit, you know, it's blocked off, says no fishing, although interesting. Literally signs no fishing. It says basically you will be shot. I think he's all right. I hope, you know, I hope he's fine out there. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, it looks like this would be nice, you know, if it was opened up and could actually get out here to this sand, because I can see sand out here. See, I'm gonna try and zoom in for you so you can see, but yeah, there's like a platform out there. Not really sand, it's more like built with rocks. Oh wow, it extends all the way out, folks. Like it goes all the way out there. Shame. Shame. All going to waste, essentially. Pretty much useless. You know, this feels like a useless island at this point. I know they're trying to salvage whatever tourism they can from it, but like for the size of it and for what they, you know, seemingly had planned, like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, maybe it's worth visiting. I think it's worth visiting. You know, almost always I think something like this, it's like, what, spend an hour, 2 hours, come out here and, you know, just see a little something different. I think it's worth it. But overall, you know, it's not special. And I think, yeah, it's very clear that it was supposed to be something much more. Now we're getting to the beginning of the island, kind of where we first arrived when driving over the bridge. Oh, this dog looks a little bit scared, but Yeah, I definitely would say I shouldn't try and pet the dogs on this island unless I want to get rabies and potentially just deep bites into my hand, right? I mean, it looks, you know, it looks a little bit nicer over here. It looks, you know, we got some trees here. Looks like they still managed to keep this little spot looking good, right? And over here almost looks like a, you know, like you're a real town, I should say, like a real place, but you know, it's deserted. Deserted. You have signs on the walls, on the windows saying for rent, pretty much everywhere. And that's pretty much it. That is mostly what's on offer here on this island, you know. So I assume I can just walk across the bridge on foot, right? I'd imagine. I want to show you what the sign looks like here. Melaka Gateway. So that's the other name for it, Melaka Gateway. I guess they renamed it, but the past, present, the future. Melaka Gateway. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna walk back over the bridge, I think. And then figure out where to go from there. And we made it. Made it to the other side here. It's like a 4-minute walk probably. Hey, if you want to stay directly across from the island, there's the Harbor Inn right there. Make it very easy to get back and forth between that island if you should want to for some reason. But this is also a good area to stay in general. I mean, it's actually right near like the main areas, the mall, and like the markets, Jonker Street, all that stuff is like, you know, very close to where I am right now. Actually checked out the mall yesterday. Can't remember what it's called, but it was decent. I've actually been to 2 of the malls here now. There's like the Eon Mall, and then whatever one is like over here too, that I was gonna go to in my last video, but I mean, they're not special, right? The reality is, like, after you go to malls in like Kuala Lumpur and Bangkok and places like this, I mean, as soon as you get outside of those big cities, like, you're not going to get those kind of mall experiences anymore. It's just how it goes. Those crazy malls, crazy interesting malls are only really built in like major cities, big cities, you know. Now I will say Putrajaya probably had the best mall there was, which is the IOI Mall. That is a crazy mall. Still probably my favorite, still probably the #1 for me. And I wouldn't expect it because, yeah, Putrajaya is like this big like man-made city, and it's kind of extravagant with a lot of the stuff and the design and the, you know, big buildings and stuff. But still, I would expect the nicest mall to be in Kuala Lumpur. And while KL has like really nice malls, I just think the IOI Mall in Putrajaya was like that much better, you know. But yeah, I hope to visit Putrajaya again soon. Actually, this is still one of my favorite places here. And it's like so close to KL. One of these times I'm just going to make a stopover and spend like 2 days in Putrajaya again. The main issue is like there's not really Airbnbs in Putrajaya. Like I have to stay in Cyberjaya basically, which is fine. But again, I don't have a car, and so I'd have to stay in a hotel. If I really want to just stay like in Putrajaya, I have to stay in a hotel. Okay, now, I don't really know where I am now. No idea. But I'm gonna walk into the town, I suppose, and yeah, hey, what's up? Finally made it across the street. It is so hard to get across the street and get around here on foot. Very difficult. So right now it's 6 p.m. I actually need to get back to my condo for a 7 p.m. appointment to use the sauna. yes, you have to make an appointment to use the saunas. This is like a consistency here in Malaysia where they have a big sauna for the condo and like in the building, and yet they only allow one person at a time to use it. It doesn't make any sense. Like truly, like you could fit 15 people inside the sauna, but they will only let one person at a time use it. And you have to book it ahead of time. It's very strange. And even the gyms in the condo here, they have 2 gyms and they're like fairly sizable. And only one person at a time can book the gym, which is crazy. It's just like, I get that some people want privacy, maybe especially in a sauna. But I think separating men's and women's is enough. That should be enough. But I don't know. To me, that's weird. I've never been anywhere that you can't just like use the amenities. I could see if they wanted it to be for residents only and not like Airbnbs, not friends. Like that's one thing, you know, that is something they have in place here for the most part. They don't really want Airbnb guests, I guess, just like going and using the sauna. Thankfully in this one, I can book through the host and it's fine. But I've been in a few where it's just like they won't let me use it, you know, and now I know that I can just lie to them and tell them that I'm a resident and that I have a 2-year contract or something. They don't actually check, you know, but they do ask you. And I just think it's weird. Like, it's just very strange because they make saunas that you can fit one person inside, 2 people, small singular saunas that I've seen many places. But here in Malaysia, they build like this big sauna, then they just allow one person. Truly, I don't get it, but hey, you know, different culture, I suppose. It has to be something to do with like privacy and people not wanting other people to see them in like, I don't know, without clothing, something like that, no shirt. You know, I'm not sure. I can't think of any other reason why it would be like that here, but nowhere else, you know. So, yeah. But I'm gonna walk back to the condo. I think I'm 45 minutes walking. And so I could easily just take a grab. But I wanna film a little bit more of this video. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna film a little bit more as I get to some spots. The Hotel Abadi, definitely abandoned, extremely abandoned. Yeah, not the best looking hotel, I would say. And this is how they're keeping people out of the abandonment, is this crazy little security gate right here. You know, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be able to get through there if I tried. You can actually see in the distance the Padawan Mega Mall down there. That's the mall that I was talking about, Padawan Mega Mall. There's also like an outdoor market. They sell some clothes, stuff like that. I didn't even get a chance to check it out last night. But maybe in a little bit I will. Yeah, if I didn't have this sauna appointment, I would have figured out something else to go do, but this video will be cut a little bit short, you know. Nothing crazy today, just wanted to check out that little island. Hopefully I can do at least one more vlog in Malacca. But if not, I'll probably be coming out with a Johor Bahru vlog. That's what you can expect. You know, I don't really want to go just right back to Kuala Lumpur. So actually now I'm quite interested in going to Sabah, but it's just gonna have to wait until I finish this leg of my tour. You know, I think it makes sense to go to Johor Bahru, then go to Singapore, go to Batam if I can afford it, all of this, and then I guess get back to KL, or even get back to Johor Bahru where I can buy a flight to Borneo. Probably Johor Bahru I can get a flight that's a reasonable cost because it's not that far away. And I know flights from KL are usually cheaper, but in this case, it might not be the case because, yeah, Johor Bahru is closer than KL. So I'm gonna see, I'm gonna have to do some research, but I do like Melaka. You know, I could stay here a few more days. I could easily stay here for another week or something, actually. So I know I'm so indecisive. Believe me, I hate it as well. My main issue so far, my real issue, like, great, I have a nice condo with a kitchen. I've been cooking all my meals, sure, but you can't get fresh beef. You can't get fresh lamb. And this is typically what 95% of my diet consists of. And I've now been to 3 butchers. I've been to 3 supermarkets. No fresh beef, no fresh lamb at all, only frozen. Which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy. It's the first place I've ever been in all of my travels, ever, in my entire life, that I've not been able to find like fresh beef. And it's a shame, it's a shame. Yeah, I guess in KL there's just more imported beef. I guess they import from Australia. But there's also some local stuff, you know, and I just assumed that some of that would also be here. It's just chicken and seafood, literally just chicken and seafood. One of the butchers actually sold fresh pork, but yeah, no fresh beef, no fresh lamb. And even 2 of them told me, like, you're not gonna find it. He said, like, we don't have the license to serve fresh. And I said, like, do you think I can find it anywhere in Malacca? And they were like, no, no, no. Of course, now, maybe they would just say that because they don't want me to go somewhere else, but I don't know. It seems like it's not possible, folks. Let me know in the comments. Any of you, you know, Malaccanites, is there anywhere to actually get like fresh ground beef or fresh steaks? Because I've not found it, you know. I even went to Lotus and I thought, oh, okay, Lotus sells like refrigerated, you know, pre-packaged and sealed like steaks. Every Lotus I've ever been to. Yeah, but the one in Malacca, no steaks, nope. So I've been eating chicken, I've been eating eggs, and yeah, there was actually some steaks that I bought that were like Australian imported, pre-packaged, and like frozen, and I just like defrosted them and then cooked them, but I don't like doing that. I hate buying frozen, so. But yeah, anyways, that's my only real complaint about Malacca. Everything else, I love it. I love the setup. I like the design. I like the people have been like extra friendly here. You know, the condo's really nice. The prices are more affordable than KL. It's cool, you know, and I haven't even explored that much. But I need to be able to get my beef and not lamb. I don't need lamb, but if I can't get beef, then you know, some type of red meat. I need my red meat, folks. Yeah, I thought Google Maps was having me just like walk on the highway, and I was like, are you kidding me? This isn't gonna work. But hey, it's a highway with like actual footpath, which is good. Now, I've seen multiple accidents in Malacca so far. I don't know what the deal is, but I've seen 4 accidents. I saw 2 motorbike accidents and I've seen 2 cars. Like, I didn't actually see the accidents on any of them, but I saw like the cars smashed both times. One of them was just on this bridge slash highway coming over to this island. There was like a huge traffic, and it was because of an accident. And then yesterday there was another car that was just absolutely smashed. Then I've seen 2 motorbikes like on the side of the road crashed, people helping them out. And I don't see accidents like in KL really. Obviously the roads are extremely dangerous in Malaysia. And maybe just like once you get out of the congested city, there's, you know, even more accidents. I don't know. Maybe another one right now, right?
Search of fame, search of something which is unobtainable to them. So you can step on their faces on your way to success. Yes. Success.
Now's a good time to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Drop a thumbs up on the video if you do like it. I would appreciate it. Anybody who wants to support, I always leave a link to buy me a coffee or PayPal in the description. You can leave a little donation or drop a super thanks as well. Anything's appreciated. But yeah, I don't expect it. You know, just watch my videos, like the videos, subscribe, and that's enough, folks. It was actually a nice little walk. I'm glad I decided to walk instead of just taking a grab. It is only a 6 ringgit grab, so in my head I'm like 45 minutes walking or pay $1. But sometimes the walk is nice, and in this case it was really nice. Yeah, over here, back to a little bit more of like normality. I feel like less, I don't know, less abandonments, stuff like that. More where people actually like live. But yeah, I'm sweating profusely, folks. Kind of tempted to see if we can make this little jump right here. I mean, it's not so big, but I'll be looking like an idiot if I... Ooh. Such an idiot, man. Sometimes I just feel like doing something and I have to do it. I do that a lot, actually, where there's like a gap, sometimes water, you know, I don't know. Why not? I actually feel more safe to do that than to walk on the makeshift bridges that they leave out. This one is cement, but this one is fine. Falls through. This one is fine, but sometimes it's just like a plank of wood, and I don't trust that plank of wood. See how the neighborhood's to the side. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, it's not like new by any means, the homes and stuff. A little bit, you know, worn out, but surrounded by nice trees, and I don't know, it just looks like a kind of a nice little neighborhood, if you ask me. I don't know. One thing I keep seeing is like supercars. It's like really crazy Lamborghinis and like pristine like Ferraris, and just some of the craziest supercars I've seen in my life I've seen here in Malacca. Just in the past 2 days. I don't know if there's just some very wealthy people here. Of course there are, but like, I don't know. I guess just because it's, again, I'm out of the city, and so people can like actually get around in their cars. Yeah, but I've been seeing some insane cars, you know. Nice little gated 2-story homes. Oh, Persona Hotel. Wow, that doesn't look like a hotel. I mean, these are definitely homes because there's cars inside, but interesting. And then it looks like there's some like, I mean, almost like newer, like renovated, newer homes here. Wow, yeah, this whole street looks like, okay, this is where the rich folks come to go. I mean, not rich, but like, you know, a little bit more well off. Yeah, this block is a little bit nicer. Not bad. Wouldn't mind living in one of these little houses. All right, it's time for me to wrap this one up, folks. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Again, drop a thumbs up if you like the video, and make sure you're subscribed. Yeah, I will see you in tomorrow's video.